Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a divine messenger and a starseed. Not even really a starseed anymore. I'm always going to say starseeds, but as starseeds have turned in, we've blossomed into these beautiful beings. We've heard the term across the collective as star blossoms, right? Or indigos, crystals, rainbows, diamonds, right? There's many different names for the children. But I like to still say star children because, we know that we stay in this energy, this childlike innocence, right? That, yeah, we grow up and mature and everything, but we still children. We're all children, right? And blossom into these beautiful beings, but always a star child. Okay, so anyways, let's get into the cards. I'm going to try to stop talking so much about, I don't know. I just have so much fun. I love the vibe over here. All right, anyway, the Lemurian Starchild Oracle is what I feel guided to doing. Maybe the short brought you in, okay? Because I did upload a little short with these 3 cards that I already pulled, okay, that I said that I was going to explain in this reading. So hang out to the end and I'll pull a fresh card with the energy that we're connected with. But let's get into these. Okay. So the first one that came out was the Star Children, which inspired me to do this reading here. Okay. So I get the digital codes for these cards. So that's why I'm reading off of my phone. I just scan the cards. And let's get started. So first I'll read the keywords behind the card. No veils, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration, and light, extraterrestrial. Okay, so the first part is about being a parent of a star child, right? Do you know children who love to look at the stars, who are quite indifferent and might perhaps zone out from their surroundings at times? Do you feel like you're trying to communicate with someone from a different planet? These star children can do spiritual work in many dimensions simultaneously, such as multidimensional healing and energy work for the earth. At the same time, the human world might confuse them. Your job is to support them to bring their cosmic work in balance with their earthly work through love and compassion. They have chosen to come to earth to bring their light, however they might feel hesitant at the same time. You can help them to feel safe on Earth, a planet which can seem harsh for them compared to the higher realms. Imagine that you are in Lemuria, coming into your first incarnation on Earth. You are welcomed by the divas, the 11 ones, the dolphins, and many other beings, who reassure you that your presence is in full alignment. See, and we have the 11s of the way come out with this reading as well. So I was like, wow, that's powerful. We're going to get into that one next. If your child likes to space out and disconnect from you, then you may want to find a way to bring them back. Their heart connection that they're longing for might be found in nature, in a kind of interaction, or in music. Affirm their clairvoyant insights and also clarify that other children might not see things the same way. This is where you may have found out that your children are different. They don't fit into the norm, right? It's just like with my children. I have 4 and I know they're all star children. And that's why I've had to go back and forth with my children between homeschool and public school. And I've constantly needed to pull them in and out, right? And just like realizing that, like, they're so different and high energy and extremely empathic, right? That they absorb a lot around them, and a lot of the school systems, a lot of the events and things are just too much for them, right? Also experiencing them like they're highly sensitive to, chemicals, to, to medicines, to foods, to all sorts of things, right? So maybe, this is all significant. I'm feeling to talk about these things, right? A lot of the children too get labeled autistic, being on the spectrum, right? Things like that. They're like the divergents. To me, that's why they try to label them that way too. To try to dose them, to try to control them, because they're realizing when you're labeled autistic that you're basically you're thinking outside of the normal programming. It's a way like, oh, they showed me that thing. What was it from Monsters Inc. where like the person got coded that way. They're all yelling. They're all freaking out. I don't know why they showed me that little clip or whatever. Like, we got another one. Like, I don't know where they're going with that. Okay. Let me just get into the next one. So, big confirmation. If you're energetically in alignment with this, you're a star child. You're a starseed. And if you have children, you have any children, man, they have a piece of you. They got your DNA encoded with them. So try to tell me otherwise they're not. I remember sitting down with a reader once, and she's trying to tell me, like, not all your children are star children if you have children. Like, baby, please, don't say it. Like, don't. I mean, maybe you want to think otherwise, but baby, your children are a piece of your DNA. They're part of you. I don't know where the disconnect was there, but you need to understand that maybe you were told differently. They're star children, or you're not a star child. Okay, all right, we're just gonna leave it there. Okay, so there's so much there's so much that people try to plant the seeds or whatever. Okay, let's get into the next card. Let's just move on. So the Allens of the Way. Attune to nature's signs to find your way. Follow your heart, ancient knowing, visions and shamanic ceremonies, the circle of life, and plant love. The Allen of the Ways has come to you today to show you that whatever is going on around you, you can connect to your heart of light. It shows that the solution and the path, which was always there, beyond space and time. You have walked this path in many dimensions, including Lemuria. So this is confirmation that you reincarnated from Lemuria, which a lot of star children, star seeds have, right? And that's why we hold the blueprints, the ancient keys, and the codes from the very beginning. That's why we're here for the reset, okay? Right. Ta-da! I keep hearing, like, big reveal if you didn't know. I just feel like so many should know at this point. But maybe you're getting the confirmation out that you're a very ancient soul. You carry the keys and the codes embedded in your DNA, okay? Do you feel like your visions are clouded by the past? Plants or animals that might have frightened you at first start to look at you in a different way. Open yourself to the guidance, dear ones. You're finding a natural way to communicate with all, as in Lemuria. Lemuria communication is beyond space and time, and can even go beyond this planet Earth. In your natural state, you communicate with all of nature, which is everything that you find your way. Connect to the Pleiadian dimensions now, the cosmic dimension. Each tree is like an antenna. Each plant is like a tuning fork. Each animal is a channel that connects you to the whole cosmos. Use nature as the medium to connect to the Pleiades. There are many beings of light supporting you on your journey. If you feel that life has become too technological to connect with nature, then feel everything as life essence. All of the material universe is alive while vibrating alive with Mother Nature. That's why they try so much to get us to connect synthetically, and they were doing so much to try to isolate us, to try to get us to stay inside, to try to get us to disconnect from everything, to try to get us afraid of eating the natural fruits and vegetables and the things that grow on the ground that are encoded with the keys and the codes of Gaia. That's why when you're sitting there and you're eating stuff that is manufactured in plant. It's funny how they say plants. They're manufactured in factory plants, not... No. Stop eating fake food, please. I mean, I know it's hard. I get it. I do too. Right? But in moderation, okay? You need to be eating more healthier foods, right? And actually getting the keys and the codes, right? The food that's charged by the sun. Okay? What else is the Ellen of the Waves? How much time do I have? 10 minutes. I timed out the last. I'm trying not to let that happen. There's an affirmation along with this card we're going to say here. When I remember I am one with all life, through that love that I am, I easily find the sacred path, the sacred path unfolding ahead of me. By feeling the Palladian connection, the Palladians can fully descend into the why can I say some of these words? Biology of Earth. This does not make the Palladians more special than other beings. You can do the same meditation for others. Star family of light. You can also see them as the father and the mother. It will create the same effect of spirit descending into matter. Embrace the Palladians as the father and the mother. There have been many other beings that were also involved in the creation of Earth, but by acknowledging the Palladians, you create a special connection back to the source. It is not a literal claim, but rather a metaphor that activates energetic knowledge. And I hear some of the chatter, so I feel to say it this way. If you didn't know, Jesus was a starseed, a starchild from the Pleiades. He was Palladian, so if that helps you understand. Okay. There you go. All right, and we're going to look into the last card, the Lemurian egg. See, they flipped it. They turned it around in the teachings. Why do you think he was here among the commoners? Walking barefoot, earthing on the ground, doing the ancient teachings as all of us starseeds and star children are here now doing. That's what I mean. And he was. Isn't it crazy too how they flipped everything? He was going around with all the teaching and everything. So, they didn't want him exposing, oh no, don't wake up all the people. Don't explain to everybody that we are all one, that all of this. So they flipped it all. But we're assholes, calm down. Put it back. Bring it back. Let's read the last card. I'm leading you down your path of discovery, okay? Here's a starseed. It's a Palladian. Okay, the Lemurian egg. Let's go. The Lemurian egg. Rest. Reintegration of divine potential. Retreat. Blueprints for heaven on earth and manifestations. In this cosmic egg vessel for the divine blueprint, I rest and receive the codes for the part of divine creation. The Lemurian egg amplifies dreams and visions and tells you about the power of intent. This relic has been used for instant manifestation through visualization and outcome. It is a great power when it is used in alignment with the divine. Used from an ego agenda, the power leads to a much self-inflicted harm. Lemurian Starchild, you one dreamt of ancient Lemuria into being and created a template for heaven on earth. This is a blueprint for the Alpha of Eden and the Omega of heaven on earth and a physical world in the image of the divine. The Lemurian egg was infused with the potential energy of your dreams and your visions for heaven on earth. The inner layers of the hologram of the cosmic egg, while the outer layers have blueprints for the physical dimensions. It was transported from cosmic realms to the earth to hold the Lemurian energy of love and harmony. When the vibration of humanity lowered, the Lemurian egg got into the hands of the ego. The creative energy of the relic got trained through patterns of possessiveness, domination, and control. However, the etheric counterpart of the Lemurian egg remains unaffected. You can abide in this etheric egg for inspiration, healing, and rejuvenation. In the transition of the new earth intends for you, do you feel the need to go into a quiet space to prepare yourself? Retreat in the Lemurian egg for a moment to feel the divine blueprints for the earth. In ancient Lemuria, it held all the information and the energy of the civilization. By assessing the streams of information, you bring it back to the physical earth and into your heart. When you feel emotionally overwhelmed or shut down, go deep into the center where the cosmic egg is. It is a place of compassionate integration, a space in which you can be nurtured. Receive this loving healing into your heart and let this rejuvenate and support you to go into the world again. I'm almost out of time. Okay. All this information, if you have felt tired, if you feel you need rest, there's so much. And then about the meditations. The Palladian and Lemurian beings of light are connected to you within the egg. You open your heart to them. It's all about all of us burning away the illusions and the amnesia and all of those things and having the remembrance, okay? And remembering. It's all about remembering. We hold all of these things within our heart, okay? So, hopefully this activated some things. These awakened some things within you. Okay, these are very, very powerful activator cards, okay? Definitely take a look at some more readings, okay? All of my readings are timeless. They're meant to find you when you're meant to see them, okay? Vibrationally, you aligned with them at this time. Look, the ships of light. As we have that beautiful, beautiful ship, 3-eye Atlas up there, which is... It is a very ancient emissary that is spraying the keys and the codes and the light all over Gaia at this time as we've unlocked. We've reached the vibrational frequency to allow the reset, to allow the awakening, to allow galactic help and support. Please do not give in to fear. Please do not let them push the agenda onto you for an alien invasion and all of that they are trying to do, because that is their last attempt to try to harness the energy of fear, to try to block it out, because literally that is what blocked it all out for such a long time. That's why they tried to impose so much fear, isolation, to try to stop this. All they did is delay it, but baby, time is up. Time's up, right? All the illusions are being shattered. The light is being shined upon this planet, and massive amounts of the collective of humanity are waking up to the truth, waking up and see. And this is such a powerful time. Look, the Lemurian shaman is a very much